last year's runners-up, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, find themselves in the underdog position against one of the teams that they beat on their way to the finals, the Michigan Wolverines. It's number 6 Michigan and number 11 Texas Tech set to square off in our last game of the night from Cleveland, Ohio, here at Rocket Mortgage Arena. Starting lineups on display for you as we get set to tip this one off. The Wolverines 19-12 out of the Big Ten. The Red Raiders 18-13 out of the Big 12. But both of these teams, as we'll discuss, much better than their records due to the tough schedules that they endured over the course of the season. Michigan controls it off the tip-off, and Franz Wagner looks to get things started. Teske, an early three, is no good. Rebound, Davide Moretti. Moretti, one of 3 players on this Red Raider team left over from the Final Four team. Moretti scores inside, slashing into the post, and Texas Tech is on the board first. I'm Jake Herman, glad to bring you the call of this one, my last game of the first round. As Xavier Simpson kicks it out, Eli Brooks for 3. He buries it. Michigan on the board from Eli Brooks. Downtown delivery. Brooks, who grew up in Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, averaging 10 points a game, one of 5 Michigan players that averaged double figures this season for a Wolverines team that played the 3rd hardest schedule in college basketball, as McCullough works down low against Wagner. Kicking it out for Jamias Ramsey, the leading scorer for Tech. He pulls up from the elbow and misses. TJ Holyfield has the rebound snatched away from him by Teske. Xavier Simpson the other way, finding Isaiah Livers down low and kicking it back out for Teske. Isaiah Livers, an X-factor for this Michigan team, missed extended time this season. More on that to come. Brooks, another 3-point attempt, and it rims out. Kyler Edwards quickly the other way for Tech. He dribbles with the left hand. Now crosses over to the right, goes up in traffic and scores. Kyler Edwards played just 10 minutes last time these teams met when Texas Tech beat Michigan 63-44 in the Sweet 16 of last season's tournament. Texas Tech was a 3 seed, Michigan was a 2. Little mini upset there, 3-2. Texas Tech looking for another upset in this one. Perhaps a little bit wider of a disparity between the seeds this year, as Moretti dribbles up high. Nice feed down low to McCullough, and he scores. Little baby hook over Xavier Simpson. Simpson, known for his hook shots himself, enjoys to use that big man-like sky hook in the paint. Simpson can do so many different things, averaging 8 assists a game, 13 points to go with 4.5 rebounds. The senior leader of this Michigan team, Teske, another senior, misses down low. Good defense by Holyfield. And Davide Moretti dishes to Jamias Ramsey. Tech, for their part, also played a hard schedule this season, in the top 20 in terms of difficulty. Edwards hits a 3. Good start for the Red Raiders. So these two teams come in battle-tested, some good resumes, even if they haven't necessarily beaten all the tough teams on their schedule. They've racked up some quality wins, as well as played some good teams tight, as Moretti picks up a foul. Texas Tech was able to beat Louisville back when they were number 1 in December. They have lost to Kentucky, Creighton, and Baylor, all in overtime, and those teams obviously all top 3 seeds in the live sim sports tournament. And the winner of this game will face Kentucky, so Texas Tech may be able to get that rematch if they can get past Michigan. Franz Wagner kicks it out to Xavier Simpson. He has to put up a 3, and it's in and out. Good start defensively for the Red Raiders, whose calling card is defense under Coach Chris Beer. Moretti leaves it up high for Edwards, and Jamias Ramsey works one-on-one with Eli Brooks, 10 to shoot. McCullough down low looking to extend this good start for Texas Tech. Kicks it out to Edwards. Edwards driving on Simpson and drawing a foul. Mentioned those overtime losses for Texas Tech. They also took Kansas down to the wire twice. This is a team that is capable of playing with any and everybody, the Red Raiders. And even though they're seeded number 11, they're going to be a tough out for anybody. Davide Moretti, trapped up high by Teske and Simpson, gets out of it. Edwards, another 3, and is unable to hit his 3rd in a row. Kyler Edwards, who had just 3 points last time these teams met, already has 6. Tech again in transition in the corner. Davide Moretti, his 3-pointer is in and out. Rare miss from beyond the arc for Moretti. Franz Wagner tries to answer and does over Ramsey. And Davide Moretti, a high percentage three-point shooter, as is Jamias Ramsey. But Tech doesn't necessarily take so many. Moretti kicks it out. Edwards towing the line in the corner. McCullough up high for Ramsey. Ramsey kicks it out for Holyfield. He'll line it up and bury it. TJ Holyfield stretches his range. The grad transfer from Stephen F. Austin, who is also in action right now against Ohio State. He hits that one, and Texas Tech continues their strong start. Eli Brooks up high. Working with Teske. Teske kind of clogging things up there. Just 6 to shoot. Brooks to his left. Shoots over Ramsey and scores. Good start for Eli Brooks. Michigan, a team that prides themselves on balance. That balance has led them to some big wins this season. This is a team that many say have punched above their weight as Teske fouls Moretti on his way up. And a 90% shooter, Moretti at the line, will shoot 2. There's a look at first-year head coach Juwan Howard. His team knocked off Creighton and Gonzaga in the early going of this season. Very impressive wins. They took Oregon to overtime and lost, but in the Big Ten, they finished 10-10. Quality wins over Michigan State, among others, as the first free throw is good. Went on a 4-game losing streak in January when they were lacking the presence of Isaiah Livers. Livers, number 2 in white. So important to what Michigan does on both ends of the floor. As Moretti goes 1 for 2 at the line. Rare free throw miss for Moretti. Michigan battle-tested. They can score in bunches when they get hot. There's a steal for McCullough, but he's got a foot on the line as he was diving after the loose ball. Coach Chris Beard will never complain about that kind of play, though. Coach that preaches hustle. This Texas Tech team can be really gritty and tough to score on at times defensively. Opponents have had a tough time scoring on the Red Raiders. They give up the 30th fewest points in college basketball. Brooks now has been the hot hand for Michigan early. Teske down low, puts it up and gets fouled by Holyfield. Last year, in the Sweet 16, Texas Tech, as I said, beat Michigan 63-44. That game, an offensive disaster for Michigan. They were held to just 16 points in the first half. They turned the ball over several times. Texas Tech generated 8 steals. Michigan turned it over 14 times to be exact. Texas Tech turned it over 7. You can't win a game when you're -7 in the turnover department. So Michigan will look to take much better care of the basketball today. First free throw, no good for Teske. He'll get another. As we see Chris Clark enter the game now, the senior from Virginia Beach. Another grad transfer to join this Texas Tech team. So many great contributors for them in that area, as Chris Beard trying not to have the quality of his team's play suffer despite retaining just 23% of their scoring from last year's roster. They lose Jarrett Culver, they lose Matt Mooney, they lose Tariq Owens, Odiase, Brandon Francis, and yet here they are again, right in the thick of things. Clark working on Wagner. Has it poked away. Great defense by Michigan, but Livers has a foot on the line trying to get the loose ball. Mentioned that Michigan will be trying to take care of the ball a little better this time around. They've done a much better job of that this season in general. Michigan has in the top 15 in terms of fewest turnovers in the land. They look to keep that recipe going for them today, taking care of the ball, being efficient on offense. But right now, Texas Tech giving them some fits early. Holyfield working on Brandon Johns, puts it up, and it sits on the rim and doesn't go down. Brandon Johns Jr. from East Lansing gets the rebound just into the game. Livers has it up high with Xavier Simpson on the bench. A lot of the offense will fall on number 2, Isaiah Livers. He finds Johns working on Moretti. Hop, step, and a shot, and he doesn't get it to go. Rebound Kyler Edwards, who's been very active to start this one off. Terrence Shannon, the freshman from Chicago, pulls it out now. He's been a nice developing player for Texas Tech. And he draws a foul there on DeJulius, David DeJulius, who actually announced he'd be transferring at the end of the season, somewhat surprisingly. Picks up the foul there for Michigan. Shannon has it up high. 10 to shoot in this low-scoring first quarter. We've got 3.5 minutes to play. Shannon working on Austin Davis, puts it up and misses. Michigan defense starting to step things up as of late. DeJulius now. Working up high, confusing the defense with a crossover. Leaves it for Johns, who gives it to Davis. Johns pulls up and misses from the top of the key. Long rebound, chased down by Clark, and it's knocked out of bounds by Brooks. Texas Tech ball. Avery Benson checking into the game now as Kyler Edwards sits. Benson from Springdale, Arkansas, handling the ball now. Moretti wants it. Benson keeps it near the elbow. Benson penetrates. Benson puts it up and misses. Tough rims here. Scoring drought for both teams as of late. Brooks working up high on some big men. Gets right around Clark. And he's blocked. Clark recovers. Rebound goes out to DeJulius. His three is good. Michigan trying to answer. They've got a little 6-1 push here. Davide Moretti the other way. He's open. He'll pull it from three and hit. Can't leave Davide Moretti open. He is deadly from back there. Texas Tech does not have a ton of outside shooting threats on their team this season as opposed to last season. But Moretti and Jamias Ramsey, they can really shoot it. You can't leave those two open. Johns tries to answer and can't do it. It's around and out. Shannon with the rebound. Terrence Shannon Jr. pulling it out. And Moretti controls now near the free throw line. TJ Holyfield working on Austin Davis. Avery Benson now. Into the paint. Scoops it up and misses. Gets fouled by Johns Jr. It's a Michigan team that's been prone to foul trouble at times. Yeah, they're top 30 in the nation in terms of committing fouls. And they don't draw too many on the other end. So Texas Tech's free throw shooting, something to watch today coming into this one. Red Raiders are a pretty solid team at the line in terms of free throw shooting, 75%. As Benson knocks down his first. Benson, an 88% free throw shooter this year, although he hasn't gotten there too many times this season. Second shot on the way here. And it's up and in. The winner of this game will face the Kentucky Wildcats, who knocked off the UC Irvine Anteaters on this court before this. Hope you've been enjoying that game as well as all our first round games. Just 2 to go after this. And I'll preview those coming up in this broadcast. Livers working on Shannon. Isaiah Livers, quiet start for him, and he turns it over right there into the backcourt. Red Raider defense off to a flying start. Picking up right where they left off in last season's Sweet 16. As they have held Michigan to just 11 points in this game's first nearly 9 minutes. Little inbounds play now. What's Chris Beard got drawn up? Oh, Shannon's open. Good hands, though, by Johns to knock it away. Terrence Shannon was sitting there wide open in the restricted area. And Coach Howard grateful that Johns made the play to break it up. They'll try it again. Different inbounds play. Moretti's open now in the corner. Good recovery by DeJulius. DeJulius is a solid defender for Michigan, and he's tasked with Davide Moretti right now. Shannon over Austin Davis. No good. The backup big man holds his ground. The senior from Onstead, Michigan, trying to make his impact known off the bench as Teske gets some rest. Davis now gets it down low. Goes up with a move and misses. Tried to get that one to go over the defender. It didn't work. Holyfield, an imposing presence down there. He'll go up with it and miss. Holyfield, a great rim protector. In the Red Raiders game against Texas a few games ago, he blocked Matt Coleman 3 straight times to seal that late game win as Davis draws a foul there on Avery Benson. Good foul by Benson, who was undersized in that situation. And the bench player picks one up. Red Raiders win against Texas came actually earlier in the season than I was saying. The last time they played Texas, they lost to them. The Longhorns, of course, eliminated by the Iowa Hawkeyes yesterday. as Davis knocks him down. Other teams in this region include Penn State, Arizona State, San Diego State, Little Rock. Moretti kicks it out. Shannon for three. In and out it goes. Nittany Lions advancing earlier against Arizona State. That game concluding just before this one started. And San Diego State, Little Rock coming up later tonight as Michigan draws to within one here. Great finish to the quarter for the Wolverines. That nearly went down at the end of the period. Strong start for the Red Raiders. The Wolverines punch right back. Eli Brooks and company trailing by 1. Second period set to begin. Big time three at the end of the first period by David DeJulius for a Michigan team that was almost dead last, 13th in the Big Ten in terms of three-point shooting percentage, just 30% in conference play. As Moretti misses the layup, Michigan comes quickly the other way. Eli Brooks pulls up for two and misses. Brooks looking to add on to his strong start to this game. Holyfield in transition for Avery Benson. Benson getting a lot of playing time here off the bench. Working on Livers. Livers, a great defender, contests the shot. Benson misses. Livers skies up for the rebound and pushes ahead to Brooks. Brooks from the same spot. This time he hits it. Eli Brooks gets redemption on that mid-range J, and Michigan is back in front. First time since they led it 2-0. Nice little run here for the Wolverines. Is 12-5 since Texas Tech's start. Rather 13-5 since Texas Tech got off to a 12-5 start, I should say. DeJulius all the way to the rim. No good. Michigan trying to push the pace, not letting Texas Tech set up that defense. Moretti, as Livers comes to challenge. A little stagnant offensively here for Texas Tech. Benson dishes to Holyfield. Clark, Benson now a three. Back iron, no good. Great defensive possession for the Wolverines, who have really tightened up here as of late. It's Johns for the slam! Brandon Johns Jr. making his impact off the bench. The lead is 3. Moretti takes it up the floor. Chris Beard calls a timeout. Not liking what he's seeing as of late. The Wolverines on the run. They lead 2017. Well, good news for Michigan fans is that with 8:19 to go in the first half, the Wolverines already have 4 more points than they scored in the first half all of last season in the Sweet 16 against Texas Tech. Meanwhile, the Red Raiders struggling for offensive rhythm. This has happened to them at times this season. They get Jamias Ramsey back on the floor to try and jumpstart that offense. McCullough has it up high. Ramsey wide open for 3, and he'll bury that every time. Ramsey, a red-hot three-point shooter this season, over 40%, leading the team in that area. And he ties it up at 20. Xavier Simpson back into the game after an extended rest. A lot of starters back in for both teams after that timeout. Wagner in the short corner now, leaving it for Johns. Ball moving around well. Simpson has it up high. He'll take it for 3. No good. Rebound, Chris Clark. Clark pushing. Ramsey in the corner. He'll drive to the rim, and he's blocked. Johns Jr. making another defensive play for the Wolverines. Nicely done by Johns Jr., who averages just half a block per game. Already has a couple of early ones in this one. Teskey, of course, the leader in blocks on this Michigan team, nearly 2 per game. Clark gets it into Ramsey, averaging 15 points a game. Jamias Ramsey, he'll try a 3, and he gets it to go. 2 3-pointers in a row for Jamias Ramsey, and that puts Texas Tech back in front by 3. So Coach Beard calls the timeout, gets his starters back in, and it's paid off to this point. The Red Raiders have stemmed the tide. Wagner the other way, can't answer. Nearly got it to go. Open look starting to come fast for both teams here. Down low it goes, McCullough, and he's fouled by Johns, his second. So Johns picks up foul number 2. Mentioned this Michigan team prone to foul trouble at times. Ooh, he thought he got that one clean on the way up. But McCullough will shoot 2. The freshman from San Antonio, who averages 6 points, 3 rebounds per game. McCullough is a 72% foul shooter. Takes his time on the routine, but misses the first. Johns Jr., who played just 1 minute in last year's game, has made an impact on both ends of the floor. He committed the foul that sent McCullough to the line. In terms of other Michigan players that played against Texas Tech last season, as McCullough misses them both, Teske and Simpson were held to a combined 4 points. Simpson was blanked in 35 minutes of play, had 4 turnovers, and just 1 assist. Those numbers are unheard of for Xavier Simpson. To Julius all the way to the rim. No good. Rebound by Shannon. Goes to show you the kind of defensive team that this Texas Tech squad was last year. This year, they have not quite been the same dominant force. But as we mentioned, they've still been right in the thick of it with some really good teams. Johns comes up with a steal. Continues to have a great game off the bench, although he does have those 2 fouls. Wagner gets a high screen from Teske, who's been quiet. Teske gets it back, pulls up from long 2-point range and misses. Teske not shy about shooting it, although he does shoot under 30% from 3. Teske blocks Clark there and makes a play on D. Defensive struggle as we expected here, 23-20. DeJulius coming around, goes up on Ramsey and doesn't get it to go. Michigan is not settled. They've really been aggressive. They've gone for quick shots at the rim, but it hasn't always translated into buckets. Crowd getting behind the Wolverines here in Cleveland. A little home court advantage for the 6th seed. Shannon puts it up, and it rims in and out. No good. Got the feeling that if Michigan won this game, they may have a home court advantage against Kentucky in the next round, given this game's in Cleveland, although kind of a central location. DeJulius takes a 3 and misses it. Rebound, Johns Jr. continuing his high level of activity. Johns Jr. scores an and-1. Wow. It hasn't been the sources you'd expect from Michigan early on in this game. Livers, Simpson, and Teske have been quiet. Brooks, Johns Jr., and DeJulius have been making things happen. Johns Jr. scores there. Livers, Brooks, Davis, all these guys played last season. All of them looking for revenge in this game against Texas Tech. Ramsey poked away by Simpson. Here comes Xavier Simpson. Goes up and misses. Little hesitation move doesn't work out for X. And Edwards comes the other way, and he can't get it to go either. Every shot contested well here. Franz Wagner, younger brother of Mo, who also played at Michigan, now plays for the Washington Wizards. He's guarded by Ramsey and leaves it for Simpson. Simpson just 1 assist so far in this one, averages 8 per game. See if he takes a more active role in the offense going forward. Here's Teske, down low on Edwards, puts it up and in. Pretty move by Teske. Little underhanded windmill type of layup to get some space. Creativity from the big fella. McCullough the other way on Johns, who's been a tough defender. McCullough off to a cold start. He goes up with it and missed it. Rattles in and out. Kevin McCullough unable to get much going for Texas Tech, who have leaned on their big contributors, Ramsey and Moretti and Edwards to this point. Here's Xavier Simpson now, trying to get himself going. A little underhanded scoop shot, and it's good. Simpson so crafty down low. That's how he makes his living. Undersized at just 6 foot, 190 pounds. but not undersized in wits. Michigan with an answer here. It's a 7-0 push, and it's a 4-point lead. Welcome back to Live Sim Sports in a game that's been a game of mini runs. Texas Tech and Michigan going back and forth in the early going. Right now it's the Wolverines ahead by 4 with under 4 minutes to go in the half. Wagner fouls McCullough up high. He won't shoot. Michigan not over the limit yet. Davide Moretti re-enters the game. Starting 5 on the floor with the exception of Holyfield, who still sits for Texas Tech. Chris Clark is the trigger man instead. Davide Moretti's been a little quiet as of late. Maybe you'd like to see him be a bit more aggressive if you're a Texas Tech fan. He finds Clark open for 3, and it's good. Moretti making plays happen, even if it's not forcing the issue. Draws the double team and gets the open man. Clark right off the inbounds pass to the arc. Great cut for him. Teskey gives to Johns. David DeJulius now working on Ramsey. Gets help from a Teskey screen. DeJulius kicks to Wagner. Good pass over to Simpson, but his 3 is way long. McCullough corrals the board and comes the other way quickly. Pushing it up ahead. McCullough is stripped by Teskey. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simpson. Red Raiders will keep it. It's been a tightly contested first half here between number 6 and number 11. Michigan looking to become the 4th, 6th seed to advance. And McCullough will once again shoot 2 here. Draws the foul on Teskey, who picks up number 2. McCullough now 1 for 3 at the line after that make. So far in this tournament, every 6th seed has advanced except for the Houston Cougars, who lost to Indiana earlier. That was a thriller earlier today. So Michigan looking to become the 3rd, 6th seed to advance. Davis hands off for Brooks, Eli Brooks. Gives to Xavier Simpson. Simpson left open for 3, and he'll bury it. X is on the board with a 3. He's got 5 points so far, and Michigan back in front by 2. McCullough gets the screen, gets to the rim, shoots over Davis, doesn't get it to go. Hit 2 parts of the rim, but no nylon. Wagner loses it. McCullough the other way for Texas Tech. He'll go all the way to the rim and doesn't get the roll. Livers slows it down now for the Wolverines. Juwan Howard's team draws up a set. Livers, backdoor for Davis, and he scores. Austin Davis making a play. The dime from Isaiah Livers. Michigan back ahead by 4. This is as far as they've been ahead today. They've gotten there multiple times. Tyler Edwards down low. Goes up over Livers, and it's no good. Great contest down low by Isaiah Livers, who now pushes the other way. Michigan looking for their largest lead. McCullough guards Livers, so he dishes it over to Franz Wagner. Wagner the lob, and it's not complete. Incomplete pass. It's broken up at Holyfield into the corner for Moretti. Moretti fading away, swatted away by Davis. Austin Davis with the block. Livers for 2 the other way. It's good. Michigan starting to get comfortable in this one. They're playing much better ball here over the last few minutes. And Texas Tech calls timeout. Perhaps some sloppy play there from the Red Raiders in the last few minutes. Last minute of the first half. Michigan by 6. Welcome back to Live Sim Sports. Last season, Michigan, 44 total points against Texas Tech in the Sweet 16. They've got 34 today in round one. McCullough goes up and misses. Livers pulls down the board. Michigan, chance to extend this run even further. Texas Tech led it 23-20, and since then it's a 14-5 push for Michigan. Steal here by the Red Raiders. Edwards going up on Davis, and it's no good. Great transition defense by Davis. Chance for a 2-for-1 if Michigan hurries. Looks like they're not going to. Xavier Simpson. Nice ball handling in traffic, and he pulls it out. Simpson trying to get to the rim. Dishes for Wagner. Wagner for three. It's no good. Off to the left. And Texas Tech with a chance for the last shot themselves now. McCullough slows it up and gives it to Jamias Ramsey. Ramsey will look to go one-on-one with Brooks. Moretti comes off a screen. Doesn't get the ball. Ramsey shoots a three at the buzzer and cans it. Jamias Ramsey cuts it down to three. Man, as he hit some big shots in this game for Texas Tech. And so we'll go to the break with Michigan ahead by 3 points in what's been a good one from Cleveland. Wolverines, Red Raiders. Second half is next. Second half getting set to start here in Cleveland. A couple things that jumped out from that halftime report. Texas Tech with some early steals in this game. Michigan turning it over uncharacteristically, much like they did last season against Texas Tech, only this time their offense has been a bit better, and part of the reason for that could be their advantage on the glass. Michigan dominating the boards in this one, +9 rebounding advantage at the break, and that's been part of the reason they've been stopping Texas Tech. Red Raiders have been one and done here. Neither team particularly strong in rebounding on the season. Second half is underway, and Xavier Simpson loses it down low. Another steal for the Red Raiders. Up ahead it goes. Ramsey for the tie, and he gets it to go. Fourth three-pointer of the game is good for Jamias Ramsey, and most of them have been in transition just like that. The steals leading to fast break opportunities and helping Texas Tech out in this one. Livers tries to answer. His three is long, off the mark. Rebound Ramsey. Edwards pushing the pace again. He'll go right by Brooks. Edwards misses though. Slipped off his hand there. Couldn't get the finger roll. Wagner, mid-range, no good. Neither team shy about pulling up to shoot. Ramsey looking to add to his 12 points. Dishes down low for Edwards. He couldn't finish. Neither team has been particularly clinical around the rim. Both teams shooting under 40%. Texas Tech was under 30% in that first half. Wagner takes a three. And he misses off to the left. McCullough the other way. Cold start to this one for Franz Wagner, as well as John Teskey for Michigan. Davide Moretti now. Leaves it for Holyfield. TJ Holyfield with the size advantage. He backs down Brooks and scores. You can see the field goal percentage is now getting closer to where they were early going into this one. There was a real offensive drought for both teams late on in the first quarter. And since then, they've gone back and forth trading runs. And right now it's Texas Tech on an 8-0 push. Teskey to Brooks, and now it's Wagner. Simpson gets it up high. Xavier Simpson pulls up for three. Got it to go. Xavier Simpson puts Michigan back in front. Not the first time, and probably won't be the last time that he bails the Wolverines out of a late shot clock situation. Michigan ends their little drought. First points of the second half there for the Wolverines. Now it's McCullough. Underhanded shot's good. Up and under. Gets around Wagner. Wolverines have struggled defensively at times. Red Raiders have struggled offensively at times over the course of this season. And right now, those trends kind of offsetting each other. Back and forth they go. Teskey working on Holyfield. He scores. Veteran move by Teskey. Couple of seniors there. Teskey, the senior for Michigan. Holyfield, the grad transfer from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Played at Stephen F. Austin before coming here. Ramsey to his left, and he scores. Flips it up and in. 14 for Ramsey. His first 2-point field goal of the night right there. As the lead changes continue to pile up in this one. Ramsey 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. And right there, he gets his first 2. Wagner just 1 for 5 from the field. He struggled. Simpson gives it right back to him, though. Simpson with a knack for getting his teammates involved, and Wagner gets the slam. Oh, how's that for getting involved? Franz Wagner puts Michigan back in front. Xavier Simpson gets the dime. And the Wolverines get their noses ahead. Moretti needs help. Great defense up high by Simpson. Michigan ratcheting up the intensity defensively. McCullough working one-on-one again with Wagner. This time he dishes it out for Edwards. Edwards, who's been quiet in the second half, pulls up. Contested 2, misses everything. Isaiah Livers with the defensive play. And an emphatic shot clock violation signal by our officials. Hey, aren't those the same officials that have worked every game so far? I don't know. Someone tell me. As Texas Tech makes some substitutions, Michigan gets the stop. David DeJulius re-enters, as does Johns Jr., and those two were buzzing in the first half, on defense especially. Simpson starting to get more involved. You can see he's become more and more comfortable in this game as it's go along. DeJulius down low to Teskey. Teskey back to the basket, throws one up, and it's in and out. No good for Teskey. TJ Holyfield up to the task on the interior defense. Shannon Jr., the freshman, back into the game as Ramsey gets it down low. Ramsey with a nice cut. Blocked by Teskey. John Teskey shows off the wingspan and blocks Ramsey. Livers the other way, gets it in one. Michigan, it's their turn to run in transition. Coach Beer not happy with his team right there. Franz Wagner re-enters. Michigan with a chance to go back up by 2 scores. Their biggest lead of the game has been 6. Biggest lead for Texas Tech has been 7. Neither team has gone up by any more than that. And that's been pretty representative of the close action we've been seeing. Livers gets it to go. Does a little Xavier Simpson style dribble to his side on that free throw routine. Simpson certainly has a unique routine. Hasn't gotten to the line yet. We'll maybe see that one later. Michigan crowd back into it here. Shannon to his left. Finds Clark. Good find by Shannon. But Clark misses. He was wide open in the short corner and couldn't get it to go. Simpson, transition 3. Book it. Xavier Simpson from the corner. And X. As the Wolverines fans fired up. Timeout Red Raiders. 47-40. We'll be right back. each team has held a 7-point lead in this game. Right now, it's the Wolverines with the upper hand. They've outscored their mark from last season's game against Texas Tech already. Ramsey tries to answer. Long two is good, nothing but net. Texas Tech draws back to within 5. So that was the largest lead for Michigan before Texas Tech drew closer. Simpson, who's had a much better second half, much more active in this game, as well as John Teske. He finds Teske here. Simpson and Teske, the two seniors. Teske goes up and misses, gets his own rebound, puts it back, and the foul on Shannon. 49-42, Michigan a chance for an 8-point lead now. That would be a new largest. Teske at the line, where he's a 71% foul shooter. Perhaps an offensive rebound there, and Michigan continues to assert their dominance on the glass. Seems like Texas Tech every time has been one and done. Michigan out-hustling the Red Raiders on the boards, and I think the credit for that goes to the Michigan guards. Teske gets the largest lead of the game for Michigan at 8. Brooks, Simpson, Livers, Wagner. They've all chipped in on the boards. Moretti to the rim, left-handed layup, that's easy for him. Smooth is Moretti from Italy. Moretti, who scored 15 points against Michigan in the Sweet 16 last year, has been held more in check today. Credit the defense of the Wolverines and Xavier Simpson, who drives to the rim right there and misses. Teske pulls down another board. Livers for 2. In and out, but Teske is hot, now starting to get going on the glass. The Red Raiders still hanging tough. Moretti and Ramsey have been hitting big shots to keep them in it. 13 minutes to go in this one. The Michigan lead is 6. Ramsey working up high, getting separation. Goes up, blocked by Teske. It's pinned on the glass, and Simpson comes the other way. Simpson intercepted by Shannon. He was looking for Wagner. Instead, Shannon will push the other way. And now reset up high. Clark, back to the basket, turns it over. Pickpocketed by Livers. Franz Wagner draws the foul on Clark. So, Michigan starting to emulate that Texas Tech style of transition. The Red Raiders made one of their runs by getting steals and getting out in transition towards the end of the first half. And that's what Michigan's done here ever since Texas Tech took that lead early on in this second half. The Wolverines have upped the pace. Coach Juwan Howard making the adjustment. And now Franz Wagner gets a chance to shoot 2. Where he is a 83% foul shooter who knocks down the first. Wagner from Berlin, Germany, trying to add to this lead for a Wolverines team that comes in with the 12th strongest strength of record this season. That mark would indicate they should be much higher than a 6th seed, as Wagner misses the second. However, they're just 19-12, and that's a testament to the type of schedule that they've played, and also a big losing streak that they had to endure in January when they were missing one of their glue guys in Isaiah Livers. Shannon to his right. Moretti in the corner, thought about the 3, he can hit that. Instead he drives, Moretti to the rim, no good. Rare miss for Davide Moretti. Xavier Simpson will again work his way down low. So crafty, but that time he's blocked by Ramsey. Ramsey says, no sir. And Shannon comes the other way, and he is bear hugged by Teske, who picks up number 3. Not a smart play there for the big man from nearby Medina, Ohio. He'll stay in the game. Trust from Coach Howard. They'll go right back at him, and he gets a block, so Teske doesn't pick up foul 4, gets a big block, and that could come back to be a big play later on. Simpson down low, oh, so crafty, finds Livers, and Michigan by 9. Wolverines starting to get some offensive consistency now. Can the Red Raiders keep up, or will they be left in the dust? Moretti, no good. Davide Moretti, a couple of misses in a row. Ramsey's been absent from the offense here as of late. He's been the main man, though. Simpson has DeJulius open. DeJulius working on Ramsey. He goes up, and he's blocked. Jamias Ramsey with 2 blocks in the last 3 possessions, finds Moretti, and a transition bucket goes. This has been one of those games of mini runs, meaning neither team has gotten much extended momentum. Every time a team's got something going, The other team reaches into the bag of tricks and finds an answer as Teskey slams it down with 2 hands. A little authority from the big man. It's a 9-point game once again. Texas Tech in a little bit of a danger zone. Michigan has some offensive momentum. Moretti can't answer. He can't answer. It's no good from the corner. Chance for a double-digit lead now. Livers finds to Julius. Unselfish basketball here from the Wolverines. Teskey for 3. Oh, he rattles in and out. That would have gotten some Wolverines fans excited as Holyfield puts one up and he misses with a baby hook. Wolverines fans also excited right now about their arch rival Ohio State. They trail Stephen F. Austin in the late going of that one. As Shannon scoops up the loose ball and goes coast to coast. In the corner, Clark for 3. Oh, he misses. Texas Tech leaving points on the floor here. Wide open shots missing. Meanwhile, the other way, and one! Franz Wagner! Wolverines fired up. Red Raiders not doing themselves any favors. They're getting the open looks and just not hitting them. And that was weird. Couple of substitutes doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. Franz Wagner connects on the free throw, and Michigan leads it by 12. Juwan Howard's team ending the third with a flourish as Livers intercepts that Hail Mary and throws up a Hail Mary of his own. Oh, nearly got it to go. 10 minutes down, 10 to go in our second half, and Michigan starting to flex its muscle, looking for revenge over Texas Tech for last year's Sweet 16, and they might just be 10 minutes away from getting it. Our State Farm assist of the game, Xavier Simpson on the receiving end. Not something he's normally doing. He's normally giving out the assist. Instead, he gets a nice feed there and hits a 3 at the end of the shot clock. One of several big shots for Michigan here in recent times of this game. Ohio State, Michigan's arch rival, currently trailing Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin trying to set themselves up for a rematch with Duke. As McCullough leaves it for Holyfield. That would be something in the second round. Edwards spinning around for Moretti. Moretti's been ice cold for Texas Tech. Can he right the ship? No, he's stolen. Xavier Simpson getting the best of that matchup in the second half after Moretti got the best of it in the first half. Meanwhile, Jamias Ramsey double teams him and takes it away. Ramsey to the rim. It's good. Nice move by Ramsey using his body to shield off the defender. He has played out of his mind for Texas Tech here. Keeping them in it. Simpson in the paint. Little hook. No good. First time we've seen the sky hook from Xavier Simpson down low. But he's unable to convert that one. Moretti the other way. Chance to get this back to single digits. Ramsey moving off the ball. Got to think that the ball will be going to him. Number 3 in red. And it does eventually. Only 4 to shoot though. Ramsey's going to have to put one up. Contested 2. He misses. Fouls on Holyfield after he discarded Eli Brooks going for the rebound. Wolverines take over. Just over 8 minutes to play. This game's been a defensive struggle, as we predicted. Both poor shooting and good defense have been on display. Michigan has led it for the last chunk of the action. Simpson working on Moretti. Watch out for the skyhook. No, he kicks it out for Wagner. Livers, Euro step. Up and under's no good. Rebound by Edwards, a long rebound. And he'll run the floor in transition. Moretti, three-pointer is off the mark. Wow, Texas Tech, uncharacteristic. Some good shooters are missing some open shots. Michigan fortunate there. Livers pulls it out for Brooks. Eli Brooks has had a quiet second half. Simpson in the short corner, working on Moretti. He's got a good bag of tricks down here. Uses the shot, and he misses it. Uses his body, rather, to create the shot. And McCullough is fouled by Simpson, his second. coming up later tonight. Michigan State, Vermont, and San Diego State, Little Rock. Of course, the winner of that Michigan State-Vermont game takes on Yale. The 12th-seeded Yale team out of the Ivy League pulled the upset over Louisville. Ramsey to Moretti. His three-pointer is good. That time, Moretti hits, and he thanks the heavens because he had been ice cold before that shot. And Texas Tech back to within 7. Juwan Howard calls a timeout, trying to find a way to stop Ramsey and Moretti, who are doing all they can to keep the Red Raiders alive. You can see a little red in the crowd here in Cleveland. Texas Tech Red Raiders have one of the best home court advantages in college basketball, and they find themselves at neutral site here. Little steal. Holyfield takes it away from Xavier Simpson. Tech trying to get even closer. You know, Coach Chris Beard's so scrappy. His teams never give up, but Holyfield doesn't get that one to go. Perhaps a little rush that time in transition. Michigan taking their time. Isaiah Livers, who's done all the little things right. Classic performance from Livers for Michigan. Gives it over to Simpson, and 2 turnovers in a row for Simpson. All of a sudden, Texas Tech stringing together some stops. But can they get enough buckets to make this thing a little tighter? McCullough working on Wagner. Puts it up and misses. Line drive of the shot was a little flat. Didn't have the angle. Eli Brooks working on McCullough, who's been good defensively and has struggled offensively. Simpson gets it down low and puts it up and in. High off the glass from the short corner. Wolverines get a little more breathing room. Game was full of lead changes up until the midpoint of the third quarter when Michigan went on a run and took control. Here's Moretti. Got it right between the eyes. Davide Moretti finding himself open off the screens. Shot 3 for 4 from three-point range last season in the Sweet 16 against Michigan. Simpson tries to answer. He's blocked by Holyfield. Here's Moretti pushing it up to McCullough. McCullough to the rim. And it sits on the rim and out. It wouldn't go. Livers the other way, trying to answer. Slows it up, tries to make a move to get around Moretti, but Moretti up to the task. Teske down low, working on Edwards, throws it up and gets it to go, off balance. Teske with the left hand, 62-54. Moretti not as efficient today as he was last time, but he has matched those 3 made three-pointers. Will it be enough? They might have to lean on Ramsey a lot down the stretch. Ramsey kicks it out, Holyfield, his long 2 is good, book it. TJ Holyfield brings Texas Tech back to within 2 possessions. Red Raiders with a little second gear. Coach Chris Beard's teams never quit, and they're living up to that here. Under 5 minutes to go. Wolverines looking to hold on. Brooks fadeaway 2 is in and out. Moretti corrals the board. McCullough transition 3 rims out, and that's not really who you want taking your shots early in the shot clock if you're Texas Tech. McCullough under 30% from three-point range. So Simpson gets a chance to avenge it. Brooks finds Teske in the corner. John Teske misses it short. Michigan leaving the door open here for Texas Tech. Moretti in transition, goes up with it and gets fouled. He'll shoot 2. Franz Wagner picks it up, got him with the body. Not happy with either the officials or his teammates or something there. Moretti, chance to bring Texas Tech closer. Big-time players coming up big. Moretti has the experience of leading Texas Tech to some gritty wins in the tournament last season. And he hits a free throw there to bring Texas Tech closer than they've been in quite some time. Simpson exits. He's been cold in the last few minutes. 2 turnovers recently. DeJulius re-enters for defensive purposes. The sophomore from Detroit, number 0. We'll see who he picks up. when Texas Tech gets the ball back. Moretti, 90% foul shooter, 3 for 4 on the game and make it 4 for 5. It's 62-58. Here we go. Texas Tech trying to get another stop and draw closer. Michigan trying to get that lead back. DeJulius turns it over. Eli Brooks not on the same page as DeJulius right off the bench. A little nervous energy coursing through the Michigan fans now as Texas Tech tries to get even closer. Moretti's been working hard to get Texas Tech back in. Ramsey gives it back to Moretti. Moretti to his right. Pull up 2 is off the mark. It's off the mark, and Wagner comes the other way. This game has ebbed and flowed right now. Texas Tech back on their feet after it seemed like they were in a danger zone a few minutes ago. Wagner, in-betweener, no good. Teskey with the rebound. Brooks for 3. He missed it. Wagner with the rebound, and it goes. The third chance bucket. We've talked about it all game. Michigan dominating the glass. They get 2 offensive boards there. Now, still plus 10 in the rebounding department. That may be the difference in this one. 64-58 is the score. Michigan actually had a plus rebounding margin against Texas Tech last year in the loss. McCullough finds Edwards down low. Edwards misses it, and the rebound is snatched by Teskey. In the corner to Julius, guarded by Moretti. Under 3 to go. DeJulius for 3. He got it. Oh, what a big shot for David DeJulius. Michigan by 9. Chris Beard calls timeout. He's only got 1 left. And the substitution pays off for Juwan Howard. Michigan by 9. John Teskey has certainly made his impact known, especially on the defensive end and on the offensive glass. Texas Tech has their work cut out for him now. 9-point game, 2.5 to go. It's Moretti down low, puts it up and scores. Flips it up and in over to Julius. 19 from Moretti now. He takes over the team-leading scoring mark from Ramsey, who's got 18. Quick timeout here by Michigan, maybe to get Xavier Simpson back in the game. We'll take it with them and be right back. Welcome back to our third to final game of the first round of the Live Sim Sports Tournament. Wagner, quick shot out of the timeout, no good. Aggressive there from Michigan. They choose not to take more time off the clock. Texas Tech gets just what they needed, a quick stop. Teskey up high against Ramsey. Mismatch, Ramsey gets around him. Ramsey to the rim for the slam. Back to a 5-point game as we hit the 2-minute mark. Michigan a couple of big shots away from winning this one, but Texas Tech just hanging around. Teskey pump fakes the 3. Now he'll take it, and he missed it long. Rebound Davide Moretti. Here comes Texas Tech. Not out of this one just yet. Holyfield hanging around like a prize fighter. Ramsey now up high. Tightly guarded by Brooks. Moretti, ball fake with 6 to go. Looking to make something happen. Moretti into the paint, stops and pops, and gets it to go on the teardrop. Davide Moretti, over 20 points now. He has taken over the Texas Tech offensive duties from Ramsey. Simpson looking to make something happen. Will he set up a teammate or take it himself? Around the right edge, puts it up, and banks it in. And a foul to go with it. Holyfield gets number 4. Not a good foul at all. So light that it barely affected Simpson. Coach Howard fired up. Big answer from Xavier Simpson, always finding creative ways to hurt you. And Chris Beard knows that that shot is going to put his team behind the 8 ball. Red Raiders have been working hard to come back, but Michigan just a couple of stops away now from winning this one. They lead it by 6, 1:10 to go. Texas Tech here, you don't need a 3, but you can't afford an empty trip. Ramsey working on Brooks. Ramsey quickly to the rim, kicks it out. Oh, careless turnover. Ramsey threw it too high into the Michigan bench. Chris Beard pacing nervously now. He knows these teams gotta have a stop. Danger zone once again. Xavier Simpson has had killer instinct in this one. 13 to go. Can he put it away? Goes back to his right hand. Finds Teske down low. Teske lays it in. Xavier Simpson with an absolutely outstanding entry pass. And Teske does the rest. Those two seniors are the reason Michigan is in this tournament. And they may be the reason they stay in this tournament here. Ramsey tries for the quick answer, missed it. Long rebound, Holyfield keeps it alive. His second effort, no good! Rebound for Teske, and the Michigan Wolverines are in control now. With 20 seconds to go, it doesn't look like the Red Raiders can foul. Brooks for 2, no good. But Michigan is gonna get their revenge. Holyfield for 3, he missed it. Simpson gets the rebound and he'll dribble it out. The Wolverines are moving on to face the Kentucky Wildcats in the second round. They knock out the team that ended their 2019 season. 72-64, the Wolverines end the 2020 season for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. This was a fun one from Cleveland, Ohio. Neither team would back down, and in the end, Michigan gets some big shots from their big-time players. Simpson and Teske carry the Wolverines into round 2, where Go Blue will meet Big Blue Nation, Kentucky, awaiting the winner of this one. Well, that's all for me here in round 1. I'm Jake Herman saying see you in round 2. Michigan State, Vermont coming up next. San Diego State, Little Rock coming up next. Those are the final games of round 1. I will see you in round 2. I'll have the call of the first games of round 2 Saturday afternoon in Albany, New York, Seton Hall, Iowa, and Villanova, Virginia. Looking forward to those, and looking forward to our nightcaps here. We'll send you over to those in just a moment. Live Sim Sports goes on.
And we welcome you to Sacramento, the first round of the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. It is the second seed San Diego State Aztecs and the 15 seed from the Little Rock, Arkansas, the Trojans. And we will get right into the action here from the tip. And it'll fall right into the hands of the Trojans. Trojans coming in 21-10 overall, 15-5 in the Sun Belt, where they were the regular season conference champions. Off the screen is Noah, out to Stulich for three, and right off the bat, the Trojans are on the board. Against a San Diego State defense that ranked third in the nation, just 59.5 points per game. Wetzel out to Fagan, who's going to look to drive. Goes to his left, has the shot blocked, and here come the Trojans in transition. Pass underneath is up, and a foul is called. Stulich will get to the line, and the foul will go against Malachi Flynn, the Aztecs' leading scorer. So Stulich at the line for two shots. 5.5 points per game this season. And a free throw here is up and good. Second one is off the mark, no good, and it is Yanni Wetzel pulling down the rebound. So 4-0 in favor of Little Rock. We'll see what San Diego State can do here. Their second trip down comes up empty. Nothing there. Here come the Trojans. A minute in. Three-pointer in transition. No good. Shackle with the rebound. And out to Fagan, who's going to drive. And he's going to get up in between two defenders. And the Aztecs get on the board. Johnson at the point for the Trojans. Runs into a double team here, looking for a man. Finds Noel on the wing. Noel will drive. He'll, I guess, a couple of defenders. Wow, what a nifty move there for Marquise Noel. Leading scorer for Little Rock this season, 17 points per game. Fagan the other way. That shot is too hard off the back rim. And rebound to the Trojans, who lead at 6-2. Noah will set things up, hand it off to Johnson. Back out to Monyong, and a three-pointer on the way and good. And a 9-2 lead for the 15 seed here. Off to a great start against a San Diego State team playing virtually in front of a home crowd here in Sacramento. Good ball movement here for San Diego State. Fagan will take a long three. In and out, no good. Alley-oop on the way. Oh, just off the mark. Could have been a little extra to their lead here. Aztecs in transition. Three-pointer from the corner is no good, but Wetzel with the second chance opportunity and scores inside the paint. 9-4. Little Rock in control. Shot by the big man out of the top of the key is no good. Flynn pulls down the board, and he will work it down. Inside, nice dish and a two-hand flush by Matt Mitchell. Nice work between Flynn and Mitchell, and a couple of baskets in a row for San Diego State. And now Little Rock working with just a 3-point lead. Johnson, little one-hander over the top, misses, gets his own board. Now in the key. Oh, no call there for 3 seconds in the lane, but his second shot is also no good. Aztecs driving the other way, foul called, and it'll go against the Trojans. Jordan Shackle getting to the line. This season, 10 points per game and about 3.5 rebounds. He will take two shots. First one up and good. Winner of this matchup will move on to the round of 32. Take on Penn State, the 7th seed. As Shackle misses the second. Little Rock 9-7. The ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Little Rock. Penn State winning a close one over Arizona State in the 7-10 matchup earlier this evening in Sacramento. Inbounds play here. Johnson working, looking, turning on his pivot foot, trying to find something open. Stulich, top of the key, three-pointer is good. Nice look there, very patient, waited for the man to curl around and come off the screen, and it's Little Rock by 5. Shackle driving left side, still working. And now he's going to back up and fire a three, and he answers. And just like that, the Aztecs have it back within 2. 12-10 Trojans, the 15 seed. 21-10 on the season. Regular season champions in the Sun Belt Conference with a 15-5 record. Here is a drive and a block. Blocked by Wetzel. And it will stay with the Trojans as that ball was blocked and went out of bounds. Just 4.5 on the shot clock, however. So the Trojans will look to get it in and get something up here. This three-pointer on the way. Hello, another one. And that is Ruo Monyon, averaging 12 points and 10 rebounds a game. He's already hit a couple from deep. Fagan off the screen to Shako, and he hits. And that is the second time in a row that the Aztecs have answered a three-pointer with one of their own as we hit the midway point of the first. 15-13 Little Rock. We've got a good one here early. And this is Sulich on the wing here, waiting for a play to develop, and now he's going to take it inside. That one is off the mark and no good. Shackle rebounds. Oh, nice feed. Good look there. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line, and Mitchell will tie things up here at 15. San Diego State shooting 55% from the floor here in the early going. After a pretty good start, we're tied up here. We'll see if the Trojans can put something together after their early lead. They led by as many as 7, has disappeared. Stulich, no good. Shackle rebounds. And here come the Aztecs looking for their first lead of the evening. Aztecs 30-2 on the year. Ended the regular season ranked number 6 in the national poll and finished 17-1 in the Mountain West. Regular season champions. Malachi Flynn, no good there. Rebound comes down to the Trojans. Good defense there by Wetzel. Turnaround jumper, no good. Oh, what a rebound there by Yanni Wetzel. And coming the other end, the Trojans drive, no good. And they only get one shot at it before Little Rock gets it back. Both teams shooting the ball very well in the first half of this period, but now both seem to be struggling. As Flynn has it on the wing, he'll work it inside to Wetzel. Nice drop step on the paint, on the ball stripped from him. Great play by the Trojans. Nice defensive play, good look in transition, and Stulich with the go-ahead layup. It's 17-15. And we've got 3 minutes to go here in the first. Fagan now will work it at the top of the key. Now off to his left, and now he's going to drive. Meets a little opposition there. He'll hand it off to Wetzel. Back out to Flynn. And lots of ball movement here for the Aztecs. Fagan's shot, no good. Trojans coming the other way, and they are running the break. And here's a nice drive and a score, and making an and one as Malachi Flynn, the Aztecs' leading scorer, has already picked up his second personal. And at the line is Stulich, who gets the and one, and the Trojans take a 5-point lead. So the Aztecs went on a run to tie it up at 15, but Little Rock has responded with 5 straight. Timeout for San Diego State with 2:32 to go here in the first period. And again, thank you for tuning in to the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tourney. We are coming to you live from Sacramento, here in the Sacramento region, for this 2 versus 15 matchup. San Diego State ball, they trail by 5. And they're having to deal with a very upstart Little Rock team here in this first quarter. Some substitutions. Psycho, his shot is blocked and no good. 2.5 minutes now for the Aztecs without a point. And three-pointer in the corner, and that is good. Wow. An 8-0 run in the last minute alone. And Stulich hits the 3 from the corner. It's 23-15, 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Work it inside. Wetzel, one of the only starters left on the floor, and he backs down his man on a nice post move. You see Wetzel averaging 17 points per game this season. Lodi, top of the key here for the Trojans. Noel back to Stulich. Inside, that shot won't go. Wetzel pulls down the rebound. Aztecs trail by 6. They're looking for anything they can get, and what a jam there. Nothing impeding his progress through the lane. It finishes with a two-hand dunk and cuts the lead to 4. 1 minute to go here in the first. Shot up, nice drive into the lane by Jacek Lodi. 25-19. Mitchell has it for the Aztecs, top of the key. Well defended here by the Trojans. Nowhere to go. Shot clock down to 5. Mitchell still dribbling here. Gets it out to Pulliam, who's going to put up a wild shot. No good. And rebound to the Trojans. And here they come in transition once again. Pull-up jumper. That's no good. Rebound. San Diego State with 25 seconds to go in the first. 6-point Trojan lead. Underdogs here have controlled most of the first quarter. Pulling out to Mitchell. Mitchell spins. He's going to drive to his right. And his layup is no good, but got his own board. 5 seconds left. Pull him, top of the key. He will drive. He will go up, and he'll get swatted. No good. And that will end the first period. The 15 seed coming out strong and finishing the same way. They lead here against the 2 seed San Diego State Aztecs 25-19. Back here in Sacramento as we start the second quarter, and it's the 15 seed Little Rock Trojans who have got the upper hand here against San Diego State. 6-point lead. The Aztecs bring the ball in to begin the second quarter. Pullum driving to his left, off the glass, up and good. Easy bucket there, and a great start here for the Aztecs. Little Rock has taken advantage of three-point shooting as well as transition buckets here. Here's an open 3, top of the key. This time, no good. Very quickly, Aztecs push the ball out. Mitchell just inside the three-point line. Off to the wing. Hands off to Pullum. Pullum has the ball ripped, and the Trojans go back in transition. Passes it out for a three-point shot, and that is good by Marquise Noel. Wide open in transition on the left wing, and that was a no-brainer. Lead up to 7 now. That matches the largest lead of the game for either team. Little Rock ahead, 28-21. Pullum driving to the left, up and scores. Noel brings it down for Little Rock. Off to Maric. Maric will drive now to his right, and he will pass it out. Three-point shot from the right side is no good. Aztecs all the way down. Mitchell driving and lays it up. And the finger roll with the left hand. Little Rock lead down to 3. And now these San Diego State fans who made the short drive up to Sacramento starting to be heard here with chance of defense. And Noah will get whistled for the personal foul. So ball to the Aztecs. They trail by 3. They have yet to lead in this contest. Pullum working off a screen from Wetzel. And now Wetzel will roll back down into the post. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pullum still trying to figure out what he wants to do here. A second screen from Wetzel. Pullum a bit confused to Wetzel in the paint. Somehow he got a shot off. Offensive board is up and good. And that is Matt Mitchell. Pulling the Aztecs within a point. 7.5 to play in the first half. Little Rock has taken a timeout to try to stop a run here by the Aztecs. 6 straight points for the second seed San Diego State. 7:35 to play here in the first half. Winner of this will move on to face Penn State, who earlier here in Sacramento held off Arizona State in the 7-versus-10 matchup. And that game will be for a trip to the Sweet 16. Still a long way to go here, though. Little Rock up by a point. They have not trailed in this contest, but there could be an opportunity here. Psycho with the steal. He's going to pass it off inside to Wetzel, and a hook shot from the right hand of Wetzel puts him in front. 29-28 first lead for the Aztecs. And an 8-0 run here by the highly ranked Aztecs here. Another steal. Pullum will work it inside to Wetzel. No, the shot won't go, but he will go to the free throw line and try to extend the Aztecs' first lead. Wetzel has been extremely active all night, setting screens, rebounding, scoring. Everything you could ask this young man to do for the Aztecs, he has done so far. His first free throw is good. Second one, just like the first. Aztecs by 3 now. And it's a 10-0 run here for San Diego State after trailing 28-21. Shot up there by the Trojans off the front iron, no good. And guess who? Wetzel again with the rebound. Ahead. Oh, nice dish there. And finishing with the two-hand flush is Jordan Shackle. 33-28 Aztecs. 12 straight points. Trojans offensively just look way out of sync here. Far different than their performance in the first quarter. They will inbound it here down by 5 into the corner and back out to the wing. Johnson looking on the corner is Saric. That three-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Wetzel, back out to Shackle, who's going to drop it inside to Yanni, up with the right hand, and establishing his dominance. 7-point lead now for the Aztecs. Another Trojan timeout, and it is a 14-0 run here for the Aztecs. And with 5:57 to play in the first half, they have taken a 7-point lead. 28-21, Little Rock had led. 14 straight for San Diego State, and they are starting to look like that 30-2 team we saw during the regular season. Little Rock needs to get things together here a little bit. Lukic out to Noel, who's working against Malachi Flynn. Noel to Johnson, out to Stulich. And shot clock running down. He's got an off-balance jumper, and it's no good. Wetzel with another rebound. Shackle into the corner, and that is given off. No good. Rebound, Little Rock. San Diego State doing a much better job of stopping the transition offense of Little Rock. First quarter, it worked magic for him. Stulich, three-pointer, no good. Shackle board very quickly up the floor. And there's the dunk. Oh, my goodness. 16 in a row. And the Aztecs by 9. Maric driving. That won't go. Wetzel, another rebound. Flynn driving. Pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound by Stulich. Already with 15 points here for the Trojans, and ahead to Marquise Noel for the two-hand jam. So they break the run of 16 straight points. But still trail by 7. Fagan inside. Now back out to Flynn, top of the key. Three-pointer, no good. And a nice rebound there by Jovan Stulich. Driving to his left. Up and no good. Wetzel rebound. Flynn will bring it ahead. Stulich 15 points. You see there on just 5 of 12 shooting. He has been the catalyst for the Little Rock offense today. Ball inside to Fagan, to Wetzel. Pull-up jumper, no good. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Noah will drive to his right. He's going to drive into traffic. And offensive rebound. And finished by Johnson. I believe that's Kamani Johnson finishing there for Little Rock, the second chance opportunity. And he's going to get the steal. Ahead to Stulich, who will finish with the flush. And Little Rock has cut that San Diego State lead to just 3. (37-34), Aztecs lead. Shackle back out behind the three-point line, and he drains that one. 40-34, Jordan Shackle. And Little Rock has called yet another timeout. With 2:51 to play here in the first half, it's a 6-point Aztec lead. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the half. Little Rock down 6, and they will inbound. Inbound it to Noel, who's going to drive. Kick it out. Johnson working off a screen. And he's going to drive it inside, and he's fouled. Wetzel will get hit with his first. Just the second team foul. But in the act of shooting, Johnson will go to the line for 2. First of 2 is good. Lead down to 5. And he hits them both. 4-point advantage for the Aztecs, who will bring the ball down. Fagan has it. Spin move. He's going to drive. Kick it way out to Flynn. Flynn and into the hands of Wetzel right there on the elbow. Wetzel to Flynn. Three-pointer on the way, and that one is all good. Malachi Flynn. 3-point shot puts the Aztecs up by 7. We're closing in on 2 minutes to play in the first half. Now Johnson inside, guarded well, but somehow manages to finish at the cup. That was a great finish there by Johnson. They trail by 5 now. Fagan working. Nice screen there from Wetzel. He just knows how to do it, but Fagan loses the handle. Transition here for the Trojans. Ahead. Shot is no good. Well defended. And a wasted opportunity for Little Rock in transition. 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Aztecs by 5. Fagan gets it into Wetzel, who's going to back his man down and finish with such an easy move. Wetzel, 12 points tonight and shooting at a high percentage here. 45-38. Driving is Stulich and getting whistled for that foul is going to be KJ Fagan. And that'll send Stulich to the line. 1:11 to play in the first half. Stulich hits the first. Substitutions for both teams. Trojans 5 of 6 at the line tonight. Both teams shooting well. The second one, however, is missed and rebounded by Mitchell, who's going to get it down inside the pull-him for an easy bucket. And with a minute to play here in the half, the Aztecs have their biggest lead at 8. Johnson driving left, stops, pulls up, jumper in and out. Pull him with the rebound. And here come the Aztecs looking to really add to this lead here before the half. Mitchell, well defended. And the Trojans back the other way, 30 seconds to go. Stulich with a pull-up three, no good. Rebound Mitchell. Wetzel, he's going to drive. Switches hands, and the left-hander is not good. Back out to the Trojans, 20 seconds to go here. Stulich working against Malachi Flynn. Now we're down to 10 seconds. About a 1 second difference between game and shot clock. Shot clock down to 3. Stulich will drive, defended by Wetzel, and a great job, and that'll bring us to the half. An 8-point advantage for the Aztecs, who come alive in the second behind the strong play of Yanni Wetzel and Jordan Shakel. 47-39, the second seed Aztecs with an 8-point lead over the 15 seed Little Rock Trojans. We will be back to the Live Sim Sports College Hoops tourney after this. And we welcome you back to Sacramento. First round of the Live Sim Sports College Hoop Tournament. And after a surprising first quarter, the second seed San Diego State Aztecs got the job done and have pulled out to an 8-point lead here as we get ready to start the second half. 47-39 our score. And it'll be the Aztecs inbounding here as we start quarter number 3. College Hoops Tournament courtesy of Live Sim Sports. Flynn, no good. Wetzel, offensive board, and fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line for 2. Wetzel has been an absolute monster on the glass today. And he's got another one there. 2 shots for the big man at the line here. A chance to extend their lead to double digits. First one is good. Trojans led by as many as 7 in the first quarter. And Wetzel's second is in and out, so the lead is stuck at 9. Still the highest for either team. Transition 3-point shot, no good. And there he is again, Wetzel with the board. Flynn will drive, kick it back out to Shackle. His shot is up and good. It's just a 2, but he's got 14 points on 5 of 5 shooting. And the lead is 11. Wetzel going to get hit with his second foul. Stulich couldn't get the shot to drop, but he'll go to the line. A game-high 18 points for Jovan Stulich. Good job of drawing contact there. Wetzel with the swipe across the arms. Stulich will shoot 2. Game-high 18, but he's going to take a lot of shots to get to that number. Shot very well in the first quarter, but struggled in the second as the defense started to pick him up a lot more. He'll get both here from the stripe, and Little Rock's deficit is down to 9. Fagan will work, well, he goes the other way against a screen by Wetzel. His shot is up and no good. Trojans coming back with a chance to get even closer. Noel working here against Flynn on the right wing off a screen. Noel now drives, and a little teardrop is no good. Mitchell with the board. Aztecs running the floor very hard, and Mitchell will finish and draw the foul. The shot will fall, and look at the difference here. Points in the paint. San Diego State a plus 18 advantage. Mitchell will try to finish the three-point play. He will, and the lead is 12. Aztecs turning the table on the underdog Trojans here over the past quarter and a half. Another miss by Little Rock, another rebound for Wetzel. Three-pointer on the way by Flynn. That was highly contested. Not a good choice. And rebounded by the Trojans. You see Flynn struggles there. He's hit just 1 out of 6. 2 minutes into this third quarter, and the Trojans find themselves down by a dozen. Pass off into the corner. Three-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Fagan. Aztecs will push it. And this is Shackle. And that shot will go. And another three-point play opportunity. $14-point lead now as Jordan Shackle will try to finish off the three-pointer. And he will. Everything going the Aztecs' way now. 15-point advantage. Little Rock's offense is stuck in park, it seems. This is Stulich on the wing, sizing up his man. And now he'll drive to his right and goes up and finishes it with the one hand. Game high 22, but his team is down 13. Shackle to Wetzel, who's going to drive, and a double clutch, and finishes. 3 minutes gone in the third, 7 to play, and a 15-point lead for the Aztecs. Winner moves on to play Penn State in the round of 32. Penn State with a close win over Arizona State in our first game here in Sacramento, or our previous game. Fagan on the wing. Shackle three-pointer no good. That would have been huge. Little Rock already in some trouble right now. They can't really afford to let this deficit get any bigger, but they just can't seem to get anything going offensively. Flynn dumps it into Wetzel, who's going to back down his man. Back out to Flynn. Three-pointer is no good. Offensive board for Mitchell. And it's deflected and into the hands of Little Rock. Shot inside is nicely contested by Flynn, but Marquise Noel gets it to fall. Flynn, nice look there to Wetzel, who's going to finish it with the jam. The Aztecs doing anything they want offensively right now. And Little Rock will call a timeout with 5:41 to go here in the third. That lead for San Diego State back up to 15. So from where it was early in the first quarter when Little Rock had a 7-point lead, it's been a plus 22 for the Aztecs since that point. And now lead it by 15, 60 to 45. San Diego State 30-2 on the season, finishing 17-1 in the Mountain West Conference, and regular season champions there. Little Rock, the Sun Belt regular season champions, 15-1 in conference play. They were 21-10 overall. Wetzel ahead, and that is Fagan. Just 2 of 9, but gets that one to go and gives them a 17-point lead. As we reach the midway point of the third, and things are starting to look a little grim here for Little Rock. And this is where, in these 1 versus 16s and 2 versus 15s, in those games where the underdogs keep it close, the second half is where the difference is made. And now that lead up to 19. In the second half of those games, you see the experience in the big games start to really pay dividends. Fagan drives against 2 defenders, no good. Trojans hit a 3-pointer on their last possession. Lodi out to Lukic at the top of the key. Oh, nice drive there by Lukic, and he finds himself with an easy layup. So a very quick 5-point swing. 19-point deficit has been trimmed to 14. They get it into Wetzel, out to Mitchell for a mid-range jumper, no good. Stulich has an opportunity to make this a lot more interesting. This is Maric. He doesn't look like he has any intentions on taking a mid-range jumper here. Gets it out. Lodi, a long shot, and he overshoots the goal into the hands of Mitchell. Here come the Aztecs with 3.5 to go in the third. Flynn working at the top of the key. Shot clock down to 6. Back to Flynn with less than 5 to shoot. He's going to take a long-range 3, and that does not hit rim. It'll be a shot clock violation. Well defended by the Trojans, but it looked like the Aztecs were just a little out of their rhythm. And we'll have some substitutions here. 3:16 to go in the third. Trojans down just 14, looking kind of tired though, as we get into the late stages of this game. And there is a prime example. A short, very short shot there, and just not enough on it. Inside of 3 minutes to go in the third. Fagan to pull him. He's going to drive, and now he's going to come back out. Back out to pull him. 3 on the shot clock. He will pull up at the elbow. Shot is off the glass, no good. It's going to deflect this ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Little Rock with 2.5 to go in the third. You're watching the College Hoop Tourney on Live Sim Sports, Sacramento region, here in the Golden Center. A 2 versus 15 matchup, and as you would expect, the 2 seed with a decent lead, up 14 as Mitchell brings it down for San Diego State. He will drive, lower his shoulder, and finish with a beautiful, beautiful kiss off the glass. Matt Mitchell, 15 points for the Aztecs this evening. Dulich leading the way for the Trojans. His shot was too strong. Goes off the glass. Offensive rebound stays with Little Rock. Shot clock down to 5. They're going to have to settle here. He's going to take a wild shot, and that draws no iron. And that'll be a shot clock violation on the other end of the court. 1:46 to go in the third. Is a 16-point lead for the Aztecs. And a few of the Little Rock starters are getting a much-needed break. And now you've got a big group of reserves for Little Rock against the starters for the Aztecs. And there's an easy bucket for Wetzel inside. Put them up by 18. 90 seconds to play in quarter number 3. Johnson. Off-balance shot, no good. Rebounded by Psycho. 3-minute scoring drought for the Trojans. Inside to Mitchell, that's good, and the lead has now hit 20 points as Matt Mitchell gets his total up to 17 for the night. 1 minute to go here in quarter number 3. And we have a foul. Seiko will get whistled for their personal. And Little Rock will benefit from a technical free throw here. It is good. Jordan Shekel checks back in for the Aztecs for that last minute here of the third quarter. Trojans inbounding down 19. Wetzel with good defense for the Aztecs. Keeping Marich on the outside. Johnson for 3, no good. Rebound Seiko. And 40 seconds to go. Inside to Mitchell. He has 17. And he's going to get hit with a 3-second violation. Couldn't decide what to do with his feet. And his indecision leads to a turnover. 30 seconds to go in the third. The Trojans, they could use a spark here to end this quarter. Go into the fourth with a little bit of momentum. Lodi instead has the ball stripped away. 12 seconds to go. Seiko with it. Let's see if they work it for one last shot. 5 seconds. Ball in the hands of Mitchell. Shekel is going to pull up for a jump shot. It's no good. And so the Aztecs will hold on to this 19-point lead. They are well in front, and they look to be on their way to the second round. Fourth quarter coming up from Sacramento right after this. San Diego State well in front as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here in Sacramento. Second seed Aztecs up 19 against the Little Rock Trojans. 15th seed here. Very overmatched and overpowered. They put up quite a fight, but here in the second half they have just run out of steam. Wetzel out to Pullum, top of the key. Shot clock down to 5. Pullum will just put up that 3. No good. Wetzel offensive board and second chance opportunity. He cashes it in. He has had a monster game. Lead back to 19. Penn State awaits the winner in the round of 32. Shot here by Noel is no good. Shackle board. That's Pullum. Some nifty dribbling there. He's going to draw a foul against Marich. A little too much body defending that layup. So going to the line is Pullen. First free throw is good. Lead up to 20, matching their biggest lead of the night. Second one also good. Remember way back in the first quarter when Little Rock came firing on all cylinders and actually led by 7. They had a 9-2 lead. They had an 11-4 lead. It has been all San Diego State since then. A short jumper there by the Trojans comes up short. Wetzel rebound. Mitchell can't finish on the other end, so the Trojans back on offense. Nice look there, and the lay-in is good for Isaac Lodi. Oh, too easy there. Wetzel slipped behind the defense, and there for the easy jam, and you see the difference. Aztecs shooting 50% from the floor, while the Trojans have struggled mightily over the past 2 quarters. 32%. That one is swatted right back in his face. And a second miss. Shackle pulls down the board. We have 8 minutes to go. Oh, good look inside to Mitchell. Can't finish. And as well as the Aztecs have played, they've misstyled on a number of opportunities. And it's allowed Little Rock to keep a little bit of hope for an upset as the Trojans get the shot to drop, and they'll go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. But they won't get it. Free throw no good. Rebounded by the Aztecs. Oh, Shackle with a great pass, but the up and under layup by Flynn is no good, and Malachi Flynn continues to struggle despite his team comfortably ahead. Lead is 19 with 7 minutes to go. Stulich, and he is fouled. I think they call that a shooting foul. "25 points for Stulich tonight. But a very quiet second half. And things seem to go quiet for the entire Little Rock team. He hits 1 of 2. And here come the Aztecs. Flynn to Pullum, who's going to drive, and the layup there is no good. And now San Diego State unable to take advantage of their work inside. Trey Pullum has 8 points. Stulich, nice. Very nice off the glass. Game high 28 points. And the lead for San Diego State at 16. Stulich pulls down the board. Little Rock still with some fight. Pullum has struggled mightily here in the second half, missing all 5 of his attempts. But fortunately, San Diego State has managed to stay well ahead. Pull-up jumper here, no good. A good look for Kamani Johnson, just couldn't get it to go. Flynn will drive. High off the glass and good. It's been a frustrating evening for that young man, the leading scorer for San Diego State. But he gets one to drop. And look at Stulich. Up to 30 points. What he could do with a little bit of help, though. Little Rock down 16. They're at the midway point of the 4th. Oh, what a drive there. No good. Little Rock trying to rally here in the last 5 minutes. Down 16 points. Oh, that shot is swatted. Nice defensive play by Kamani Johnson. And here come the Trojans. Let's see if they can somehow stage a furious rally here in the last 5 minutes. Flynn and Mitchell working. Mitchell off the screen from Wetzel. Oh, all the way over to the other side of the court. Pull him now. And he will pull up and no good. Real close to the 4-minute mark. And Stewart is denied inside. Bringing it back the other way. And Flynn will finish. 4 minutes to go. An 18-point lead. It's not looking good for the Trojans. They were big underdogs before this game even started. But they've definitely got their backs against the wall here. Mitchell denied. Wetzel, no. And the ball will go out of play. Possession will go to Little Rock. 3:34 to go. And checking in once again is KJ Fagan. He will come in for Trey Pullen. 3.5 to go. Johnson working here. And nice little step there, but he is blocked by Wetzel. Just a dominant force inside and in the mid-range as well. And there he is, finishing off the dish from Flynn. 3 minutes to play. That lead is at 20. And I think that's just about all she wrote for the 15 seed Trojans from Arkansas Little Rock. Put up a good fight, but like so many teams that are vastly overmatched and underexperienced, they just got overpowered in the second half. Malachi Flynn finishing there, forcing a timeout. 2:34 remaining in a 22-point lead. San Diego State will move on here in Sacramento and take on the Nittany Lions of Penn State, the 7 seed. Penn State earlier today earning their trip to the round of 32 with a win over 10 seed Arizona State. Yeah, that was a good one. Arizona State made it a single possession game late, but the Nittany Lions able to hold on. And your player of the game today, none other than Yanni Wetzel. Whether he was scoring, rebounding, blocking shots, setting screens, Yanni Wetzel doing it all today for the Aztecs of San Diego State, and he is today's Live Sim Sports Player of the Game. Congratulations to him. 2.5 to go here. Kamani Johnson gets that to go. And these last 2 minutes, more of a formality really. Flynn drives and he's going to be fouled. Looks like Noel stuck the knee out on him. And so Flynn will go to the line for 2. A good second round matchup for San Diego State against a Big Ten opponent. You know, the Big Ten schools can play the physical game. It is an intriguing matchup. Look forward to that in the second round. That's San Diego State and Penn State. Aztecs leading here by 22 inside of 2 minutes to play. Oh, nice dish there. Oof. Add 2 more to that lead. 88-64. This thing is all over. Just got to dot some I's and cross some T's here. And we'll put this thing in the books. Oh, another fantastic look underneath. The shot won't fall. But wow, what a pass by Flynn. And yeah, right now they're just having some fun out there at the expense of a very exhausted Little Rock team. Finishing that one off. 90-64. 1 minute to go. And a foul called there against Flynn. So Noah will go to the line. First one is good. San Diego State will empty their bench. Free throw no good. A 25-point lead. And this is Nathan Mensah. Shot clock down to 3. Shackle's going to drive, pull up, left hand won't go. 30 seconds to go. 3-pointer on the way and good for Noel. 90-68 our score. San Diego State will move on to the round of 32. Congratulate Little Rock on a fantastic season. And we thank all of you for watching the Live Sim Sports College Hoops Tournament. And we look forward to our next contest here in Sacramento, as this one is all over. The Aztecs roll in the second half and put away the 15 seed Little Rock Trojans. Final score from Sacramento: San Diego State 90 and Little Rock 68. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.